The recording has now started.
Thank you, Henrik, and welcome everybody to our Zoom session. It's a beautiful sunny day, Saturday, the 27th of July. And in fact, I'm sharing my screen right now. I'm sure you'll be able to see it. Henrik, just confirm for me if I'm sharing the correct thing. In fact, I'm share your WhatsApp message.
Yes, Mr. Governor, that's quite right.
Right, great. So Henrik posed a question to me, and I'm so happy when you're asking questions, because then I know how to schedule my lectures as well, right? Well, this is not a lecture, this is supposed to be a tutorial. I'm able to work around answering your questions and your queries. So Henrik, your question was, given the array declaration below, what is stored in numbers subscript 2? Int number subscript 5 is equal to 0. And Henrik, you said that the answer is incorrect. Henrik,
Yes, Mr. Governor.
Where did you get this question from, Henrik?
From assignment 3, Mr. Governor.
Okay, great. So let's look at assignment 3. Henrik, I'm sharing the assessment 3. Let's see where I'm finding it. There's assessment 3. It closes on the 5th of August. Ooh, you have 5, 6, 7, 8 days. You have about a week left, right? So let's look at this. There's 214 attempts, Henrik. That means half the students have done it. There's about 400 students in this class. Okay, I'm gonna attempt it because let's go, right? Continue. So let's see what it says now. So it says, which of the following, now this is question number 2. The fourth element in a one-dimensional array is assigned the index of. Okay, so Henrik, I'm going to explain it to you using code blocks. And let's take it from, let's declare an array. Another program is using code blocks. Impossible. Yes, code blocks. Right, so how do we declare an array? Henrik, quick revision. We are declaring an array. Tell me, what are some of the characteristics associated with an array?
It'll have a data type, it'll have square brackets, and it should tell you how many elements there'll be in the array.
Great. So we're going to talk about ASSES S03 Q2, right? Okay. So, right. So, right, there we go. Let's go and open up my my study guide. Let's open up study guide. And let's open up study guide. Arrays. So array definition, because this will help you to answer the question, right? So it says an array is a data structure, an array as a starting point and an ending point, and also about the array, we generally count from position 0, right? In fact, that's how we computer guys think. We don't talk like from 1, 2, 3, 4. We say position 0. So here's a definition of an array, and let's take an example that they have, right? So there's, let's see, right, so there we go, enter number of marks, right? So it says, right, so I'm gonna copy that, open up code blocks. Let's go to, right. So copy that, open up code blocks, Control V, paste it. So here's a program that says input 25 marks and display those that are greater than the average. So for now, we're just going to say input the marks, and they want us, right, so let's see if it works. Let's compile it. Yeah, right. Now, Henrik, that's quite a number of marks to enter in 25. It's too much. So I'm just going to enter in 5 marks. Is that okay, Henrik?
Yes, Mr. Governor, quite fine.
Right. So the same thing with you when you're doing test data, right? So let's see how do they enter it in? Const int number of marks, that's the array declaration, and it's 5. So I want to determine what is the fourth element in this array. So let's just make it a little bit easier. Let's take out all of that. I just want to display values from there to show you that it works, right? So let's not worry about that. So I'm going to write some programming lines, Control C. I'm going to copy that to display the elements of the array, Control V. And instead of saying enter a mark, I'm going to say mark and I, and it's going to output that mark for me, right? Right, Henrik, I'm going to prove to you what is the fourth element and the fifth element for you from this program, right? And you must answer it accordingly. So I'm leading you into getting the answer.
Okay.
Right, so let's make some spaces here. So let's run the program. Do we need let's run the program. So enter, let's make it a little more interesting. So I'm going to say enter mark subscript I. Right. Let's compile. Let's run the program. Right. So Henrik, can you see it says enter mark 0, right? It's enter mark position 0. So Henrik got 80 for that. It says enter mark subscript 1. That's what it is. It's not mark 1, it's position 1, right? So it was initially position 0, position 1, and that's Henrik Moses got 90. Angelique studied really hard and she got 98. Enter mark 3. Who is on this call? Let's see, got 50. And I didn't study very much. I also got 55. Now watch this, Henrik. Oops, it's not displaying it properly. Something is amiss. Exam mark subscript I. See out exam marks. Henrik. Why did it do that? It should have displayed the. Let's run it one more time, Henrik. Let's see where the error is. Mark 0. That means Moses, you still on the call with me, Moses?
Yes, I'm here, sir.
Right, check it out here, Moses. It's giving me mark 0, which is some weird thingy, some weird stuff. It's picking up. What's the problem, Moses? Here's my mark, exam mark subscript I. I don't need that. I don't need that. Moses, check it out, Moses.
Yes, I'm still checking it as well here.
Yeah. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to initialize my array, right? Control C. I'm just going to initialize my array. Control V. So this ensures that every element of my array is indeed 0, right? So this is good programming practice as well. Let's compile that, right? So in lines 9, 10, 11, 12, I've assigned 0 to every single element in the array. In lines 15, 16, 17, 18, I'm assigning a value, enter mark, and I'm assigning it to that. And in lines 21, 22, 23, 24, I'm displaying the value mark. Let me run it one more time. This is very weird. See out. Moses, what's why is it giving me the correct see out mark? Exam mark subscript I. Okay, let me delete that. Let's start afresh. Let's take the same program. Input 25 marks or 5 marks. Copy it. Open up code blocks. Control V. There it is. Open up. I'm copying that. Control C. Code blocks. Control V. I'm just changing this from 25 to 5. Compile this program. Run the program. Enter a mark. 100, 80, 50, 100, 80. The average mark is 82. The following marks are above average. That's perfectly correct. Now let me display those marks. Control C. Control V. Mark. And I change this to a C out. Okay, so let's compile that. Let's run this program. Right, let's run the program. Enter mark 100, 100, 100. The following marks are above average. That's correct. There we go. There we go. It's giving it to me. What did I? 90, 100, 80, 90, 100. The average mark is 100. Right. So, Henrik, can you see this, Henrik? It says the average mark was, I'm not sure if that's correct. It should be. Let me take my calculator and just work it out on the side, just to prove to you that it is so. So I got 90 plus 100 plus 80 plus 90 plus 100 is 460 divided by 5 is 92. That's perfectly correct, right? Now, Henrik, what I want to prove to you, Henrik, is the elements of the array are from position 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. If you look at this input, Henrik, I'd like to ask you, in array subscript, in the 4th position of the array, what's the mark allocated?
Is 90, Mr. Governor.
Right, so it's 0, 1, 2, 3, right? So that's the 4th position. in your assignment question that you had, the fourth element in a one-dimensional array is assigned an index of what? According to what we have right now.
3, Mr. Governor.
Three, correct, right? So it's 3. There's the array subscript here, 3. Now, what answer did you get in the assignment, Henrik? What was the problem? What is the problem here? The fourth element in a one-dimensional array is assigned the value of?
It told me that the correct answer was 4.
Oh, according to, I don't think it's 4. I think it's 3. Because we start with arrays from position 0. All right. So can you put that in an email, Henrik, and I can forward that to ma'am and ask her.
Okay,
Right.
because I rather suspect that quite a few of the questions actually have mistakes. I mean, those 3 that I sent you were in
Yes.
the top 4 questions.
Okay, great. Let's look at the next one. Which of the following statements will store the user's entry into the second element of the array? It's called numbers. So let's look at this. Let's look at our. So in the second position, let's see if I can share my screen. And so I'm not going to answer the question. I'm going to. I'd like you to see it. Right. So if I look at. It says the.
Good morning, Mr. Governor. Can I just disturb you for a little bit,
Yes,
please?
yes, of course you can. Please, that's the whole purpose of
Okay.
having us a Zoom session. To me.
Can I just ask Angelique
Yes.
to please switch off her camera as you're distracting?
Oh, I can do that too. Whose camera is on?
Okay. Angelique.
Angelique, is your camera on? Oh, Angelique, is your camera on? Oh, I did it for you. Don't worry, I stopped it.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry, Angelique. It also saves some bandwidth as well. Right. Let's go on. Right. So question number 2, it's 3. Which of the following statements will store the user's entry into the second element of the array? So, Henrik, which is the second element of this array?
1, Mr. Governor.
Right. It's marked subscript 1, correct. And the value right now is 100 that's stored there. So if I look at the assignment question, which of the following will store the second element? Is it marked subscript 1 or a number subscript 1 or number subscript 2? Or is it C
It
in
would-
number subscript 1, C in number subscript 2?
It would be C in number subscript 1, Mr.
All right. Well, I'm not sure. I'm not going to answer yes or no because this is the assignment, right? Henrik, the next question number, which other question you said was a problem, Henrik?
Question 1 is also a problem, Mr. Governor.
Let's look at question 1. Question 1, it says, which of the following statements declares a one-dimensional array containing, let's push this aside, containing 2 integer values. Oh, that's 2 integer values. Which one has 2 integer values? Yeah, right. So straight away, B and B is out, right? Because this is characters. Let's look at, it says there's 3. Okay, right. So this is what I'm going to do, Henrik. I'm just going to copy this down for fun's sake, right? Copy that. And I'm going to post this into code blocks. Right. So what I'm going to do is we've established that's correct. Let's open a new project. New project. Console application. C++ Q1. A03 assessment 03. Right. Right. So Henrik, right. So Henrik says there's a problem there. So Henrik, according to this compute, it says it's okay. It's okay. characters, subscript. Right. Data element in position 1 is Henrik. I've written a simple program to show you something, right, Henrik?
Yes, Mr. Governor, thank you.
There we go. Henrik, is there a problem with this question?
Yes, Mr. Governor, it said the correct answer was A, int numbers subscript 3, curly bracket 1, 2, 3.
It says it's A.
Yeah.
I don't think it is A, Henrik, because it says containing 2 integer values. Let's count it there. 1, 2, 3. That's 3, isn't it? I think the answer is incorrect. I would rather go for which of declares a one dimension containing 2 integer values. I would say something else, not A, because that
Yes, that was my
is 3.
conclusion.
Right. Again, if you could write a little explanation in the email as to what you feel should be the answer, and we can send that to the lecturer. Right? Keep me in copy, or you can email me and I'll forward it to the lecturer, or you want to email directly to the lecturer, we can also do that.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Governor.
Right. So hopefully I've given you not just an answer, but I've given you an explanation as to what and how it is that you can see. I want you to see it. I just don't want to give you an answer without you seeing what's going on there. Right. Henrik, can you see what I did, Henrik?
Yeah, I see, Mr. Governor. I see. That's quite clear.
Great. Let's say if I want to see what's going on in array data element in position 1 is that in position 0, if I wanted position 0, I would have had to do it like this, right? Let's compile this program, compile it, and run the program, and it's 45, which is correct, right? 45 is in position 0. Okay, that tells you how how the compiler stores elements in the array. From position 0 to position 1 is 2 elements. Okay.
Okay.
Let's for fun say, sorry, Henrik.
I was wondering, Mr. Governor, before too many of us maybe trip over incorrectly marked answers with this assignment, you think that maybe you could maybe go through it for us and just check that everything's all right, you know?
Yes, I could do that for you, but one of the rules is that I'm not supposed to answer assignment questions, which I understand as well. And I've been doing this for a number of years. Ma'am says, I don't want to spoon feed you in terms of telling you that this is it. You must pick it up. And I can assure you, if there's an error with the assignment question or the answer, or there's no alternatives, then ma'am in the past has given the students the benefit of the doubt and she's given them the mark, right? So you can be rest assured you won't be penalized. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Right. So I just want to consolidate your understanding of what an array is. Henrik, what do you think will happen if I had to have C out 4, position 4?
Position 4 wouldn't be valid, Mr. Governor, because there are only 2 elements.
Right. Let's see if it's correct, right? So I'm going to run the program and it says, oh, look at that. You're absolutely right. It gives you 7208836. It gives you some garbage number that was stored in its allocated memory at position 4, right? Okay. So
Okay, Mr. Governor.
Great. So what you are telling me by me asking you that question and you replying to me as such, you understand the concept of an array, right? More especially a one-dimensional array. Thank you for that.
Okay, Mr. Governor.
All right, great. Henrik, let's just ask the other students on the call, other participants out here, if they have any questions for me as well. if they are busy working on the assignment. Who else is on here? There's Mfondo, Moses, Yu, Nurse, Kota, Angelique. Any questions, queries regarding Henrich's assignment, assessment 3, or any other questions in general from, let's just work assessment 3 right now because it's due on the 5th of August. Basically, 5th of August is 8 days away. Yep. Anybody with a question?
I have one question.
Yes,
In terms
ask.
of now, the one that Henrik was struggling with, I haven't attempted the assignment yet, but now I wanted to know, in terms of now the questions that you've gone through now and you've proven that the answers that are right are actually being marked as wrong, then what happens
I
if
didn't
maybe
prove
say I
anything.
attempt?
You
Okay, no,
I
sorry.
didn't prove anything.
My
I'm just, I like I said, it's because this is recorded. I want to emphasize, I don't work assignment answers out. You must work it out. You must get it. I direct you or I lead you to either an alternative or an answer or something like that. So,
okay, let me rephrase my statement.
Okay, sure.
In terms of now, say I go through the assignment and then I realize that, but a specific answer is supposed to be something else according to what I've learned in the study guide, right? But now when I choose that specific answer, it marks it as wrong. And then I attempt the assignment again, and then I choose a different answer, which comes up correct, but not according to what is in the study guide. Would a student then get penalized for that?
Okay.
Or would the mark stand?
Okay, right. Let me rephrase. Let me repeat what I hopefully I thought I had got through in terms of what happened in the past. So in the past, if there was an assignment question that had lots of queries, like let's say the question wasn't clear, or the students found it difficult to answer, and majority of the students, let's say 80–90% of the students found it difficult, then very often ma'am would give the students a benefit of the doubt. So she'll give them the marks. And if it was a multiple choice question, we generally assign a mark to that, right? Or a point or whatever you want to call it. It's always to the benefit of the student. I can guarantee you that, right? I'm a lecturer as well. If I made a mistake and there's a problem with the paper, the moderator will pick up and say, no, give the student the mark, whether the student had it right or wrong, because the student had to waste time trying to comprehend and understand what was going on in the question. So ma'am will definitely, I can put my name down, ahead on the block to say, if there's a problem with the question and it was ambiguous or there was no answer as an alternative, then they will mark the assignment. Let's say if it was 10 questions, they'll mark it out of 9, right? Or they'll ignore that, they won't count that as a mark, all right? So
okay.
Does that answer the question? Are you clear? Are you clear about it?
Yes, I'm clear now.
Great, thank you for that question. Yes, anybody else with a question or a query, something to explain, understand? Moses, talk to me. How's it going with the assignment?
It was okay. The problem that I was facing as well, it's that question 1, like Henrik said, that array one. But as you did, you clarified it very well, sir.
Oh, thank you, Moses. Thank you for the feedback. So I did not give you all any answers, but I hopefully led you all into an explanation or a choice that would help you come to an answer, right? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Moses, any other questions in assessment 3 that you felt or you need an explanation? It's 1 o'clock. It's just half an hour that I've been talking. Hey, welcome, Siyabonga. Yes. Yes, anybody with a question? Anyone? Let's take a question out here. What happens when an array declaration statement does not provide an initial value for each of the elements in a numeric value? At A, the compiler automatically initializes the elements, so the array element contains 0. The compiler does not automatically initialize the elements, so the array elements may contain garbage. The compiler automatically initializes the elements with 1. The compiler automatically initializes the elements with 0. So, like we saw in code blocks, let's run the program again. Oh, look at that. We didn't assign 7208836. That's 7,208,836. So I think that should answer what happens if you don't assign something to 0. Moses, what do you think?
Yes, I can see
You can see, okay.
it.
Right. Can you see how if you use the compiler to help you answer the questions, you are so confident in terms of what the answer or the alternative should be? Let's take another one. What is stored, I think we did this, given the array declaration below, what is stored in numbers subscript 2? So let's go and copy that. Let's open up code blocks. Again. Oopsie. Let's open it up again. Control C, I'm copying it. Open up code blocks. Control V, there's the program here. What is stored in numbers subscript 2? So numbers is the array. Control X. Control V. Numbers subscript 2. Data element in position in, let's just call this, let's make it more meaningful. In array numbers subscript 2 is, let's run the program. Compile it, and now run it. Hey, check it out. I'm not giving you the answer, but what do you think? What does the computer tell me, Moses?
The computer is telling me that the data element in array number subscript 2 is 0.
Okay, let's do it again. Let's say array subscript 4. Let's compile, build, and run. Moses, talk to me. Data element in array subscript 4 is 0. Henrik?
Yes, Mr. Governor.
Let's go and make this 500, right? And 456, right? What do you think will happen, Hendrik?
It should be 0, Mr. Governor.
All right, let's see. Let's see if Hendrik is right. Moses, you want to take a bet with me, Moses?
Gosh, I'm facing some bit of
Okay.
challenge.
Okay, sorry, I forgot. Yes. Anybody else wants to answer, take a bet? Who thinks the answer is going to be something other than 0? Mokeshle, Siyabonga, you guessed. Come on, take a guess. Angelique, oh, sorry, you're at work. Let's run, build and run. Hey, Hendrik, you're right. So now that we worked 3 or 4 examples, what do you suspect happens in line number 7?
The whole array is initialized to 0, Mr. Governor.
Yeah, right, something like that. Let's even if I make it 5,000 and 4,560, build and run. Yay, yeah, you're right. Now, for fun's sake, let's go and make this 31, my birth date, right? What do you think will be the situation? I don't know. Let's compile it. Hey, it's compiled. Run the program. Oh my goodness, check what happened there. Check what happened there. It still gives me 0.
I see this, Mr. Governor.
Yeah, right. So this, let's put down 0, build and run. Yeah, it's 0. If I put down, let's go and do that. 2, build and run. Yeah, check it out, Henrik. So there's some, so you picked up on something in terms of, all right, so if you had 0 out here, it goes and makes it 0. If I run it, but if I had 0, 1, 2, 5, 6, compile it, build and run it. Check it out, Henrik.
Yes, Mr. Governor, I see there.
You can see that array subscript 4, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 is 6. All right.
Okay.
Thank you. Let's see. For fun's sake, let's take another quick question. I'm not sure. There's a question out there. Given the array declaration below, which assignment statement will place the 5th element, the number 5, into the 5th element? You can work this out now. Right? Which one will place the 5th number into the 5th array element? Right? That you can work out. The number 5 in the 5th array. All right, anybody else with a question? Something that you worked out and you found that it's difficult? Hopefully I've given you a strategy to tackle the assignment. If you can use code blocks, then you don't need me. Use code blocks, try it out from what you know about an array. You take your study guide, take a program from the study guide. Don't go and make up your own, kind of, if you want to. And then Henrik in his chat, he also mentioned he used artificial intelligence, AI, ChatGPT. Well done, Henrik. That can also help you. But it's nice to go and try it on your own as well, because there's a disclaimer with ChatGPT. It's not always correct. All right.
Yeah, I just used it to check.
Okay, great. No, that's great. That's fine. Would anybody like me to show you what the power of ChatGPT? Anybody? While no one.
Yes, please.
Oh, thank you. Who was that?
You.
You. Oh yeah. Okay, great. So you wants me to show her ChatGPT. Let's go and quickly show her ChatGPT. So there's my ChatGPT. Right. So let's say you have a question for ChatGPT, something like, your question is, how do I hide this little one? All right. Okay. So you give me a question for ChatGPT, or what is it that's bugging you about an array? You?
Think of the most difficult questions that students have asked you or that they've said they struggle with? Because right now I can't think of anything specific.
No, anything. Do you want to know what an array is, you?
Okay, let's start with that one.
Okay, so let's formulate a question. I want to say act as I like putting it like the C++ programmer and define a one dimensional array and define it in a simple program. Right? I'm trying to be as specific as possible. You? So you don't know what a one-dimensional array is, right? You wanted to define it. Let's see what what ChatGPT gives me. Ah, there we go. ChatGPT gives me, right? There's it, right? So I'm gonna make it a little bit more specific because I can see as a programmer, it did not use namespace. All right, I'm going to say copy, so you'll see it. Act as a C++ programmer and define a one-dimensional array in a simple program. Use the library namespace, right? Aha! This looks like something you can understand, right? Without those standard and all of that. What do you think about that, you?
No, I see it makes it easy.
Yeah, it explains everything. My job is at stake over here, man. It's going to explain all of that. I'm going to copy that. I'm going to paste it in the chat for you, right?
Okay, thank you, sir.
Right, so that'll help you with the... Where's my Zoom now? Zoom. Oh. Let's go into the chat. And this is for you. Right. So you've got artificial intelligence, ChatGPT, AI. Yeah, there's a simple program that gives you an explanation as well. Okay. Thank you, Henrik, for reminding us about ChatGPT. Righty. Done. And right. Okay, thank you, you for that query. I hope that helped you. Anybody else with a question, query? Mfundo, Moses, Angelique. It's quite
I'm
a
good.
good one. Yes, Angelique, go ahead.
I said I'm good.
Ah, happy to hear. Have you submitted assessment 3, Angelique?
No, not yet.
Please do. You've got 8 days, right? 8 days.
No.
Okay. Have you submitted?
No, not yet, sir.
Okay, you got 8 days, right? Please don't leave for the last moment.
Yes, working on it.
Mfundo, have you submitted? No. Okay. Class, any questions, or can we take our class photo? Anybody with a question? Come on.
Well, I'm fine, Mr. Govender. It was
Fine.
only really those questions I had. Thanks.
But thank you for that. See, you gave me questions and now I was able to structure my tutorial around that. Okay. Next week, I'm sure I'm going to get lots of questions because the assignment is due on the 5th. And next week's date is it's before the assignment, huh? So the 27th, the next week's Saturday would be, where's my calendar? Next week's Saturday.
I think you'll be the third, Mr. Govender.
Third. Okay, yeah, I'm sure I'll get some queries about the assignment. All right. If there's no questions, can we call it a Saturday?
I think so, Mr. Governor. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, Henrik. You're welcome, Henrik. Moses, put your camera on again. We'll take a photo. You, come on. I'd like to see you as well. You, put your camera on. Yay! There's Moses there with his lovely background. Wow. Okay. Angelique, can I put your camera on for a little while? Okay, Angelique will start video later. Okay, no problem. All right, she must be busy at work. Oh, I don't think she put you will also didn't do her hair and all of that. You see, I'm lucky. I don't have to worry about going to the hairdresser and the salon. I get a discount actually because right. So it's just Moses and I that's taking a class photo. Moses, get ready. Smile. Yay. Thank you, Moses. Right.
Thank you, sir. Wonderful class.
Thank you, Moses. Okay, bye, everybody.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, you.
Bye.
Bye. Bye, Fundo. Bye, you. Bye, Moses. Bye, Angelique. Bye, Henrik.